Hello people, this is Power right here with the review of the Power Rangers Beast Morphers, Beast-X Morpher. So obviously this is Hasbro's first Morpher in the Power Rangers franchise since they obviously now own it. And obviously this is Beast Morphers adapting the 2012 series of Tokimei Sentai Go Busters. I'll say that's pretty interesting. Just a quick overview of the box. I think it looks pretty neat. I like just how section off it is, because like obviously you got Beast Morphers red, you got the Morpher opened by the way, so you got I honestly want to say it's kind of generic, but excuse me, something keeps coming out through my throat. So you got It's Morphin' Time and Rangers, It's Go Time. Beast-X Morpher, it's not DX. I don't think Hasbro toys are DX. Of course, 2 AA batteries, but there are some in there luckily. Try me. I like the circuitry in the Beast Morphers side. Like that's where I get like, okay, so like I'm pretty sure this is like the Beast Morphers side, and this is like the generic like Power Rangers branding side and such. The top, the left or the right of it. Then you just get more phrases such as the Yellow Ranger and Cruise. The bottom, and then just some stuff like it's Morphin' Time. Are ya ready? Rangers, it's go time. We already have that. I got I want to say the second version that does not have the stickers, because I think it literally had this quote here, and then it had over here. It had like Beast Morphers, let's go. Just a quote that's not in the actual toy, or maybe it is, but I'll see how to insert the Morph X key and additional Morph X keys available with figures. I'm honestly not happy about that, but anyways, just because you guys know, I collected the Yokai Watch line from Hasbro, so I might as well just compare both of the boxes, and they're pretty much the same size. It's just this one's just more shaped, angly like that. But if they're basically the same size, which is kind of amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to do more comparisons later, but let's take this guy out of the box. So here we have the Beast-X Morpher out of its box. And also we have the Morph X key. We'll just take a look at that first because it's the gimmick. I really like the triple Morph X key because of its similarities towards the Beast-X Morpher, because of the dial and such. I really think that's a nice touch. Obviously, the name applies triple Morph X key because of the fact it includes 3 tracks. The Red Rangers, Blazes, and the exclusive one to this Morpher, because, you know, they need some exclusivity and just to technically make this more useful. But as you can see, pulling the keys out are really easy. It's pretty satisfying also. Obviously you can't move them all out because they're on the same thing. And plus, like, it will put pressure on this thing, which it's not great. But that's basically it for the Morph X key. Obviously it's the only one that's not compatible with any of the figures because of these 2. Now to the Morpher. As you can see, it's basically similar to the Go Busters Morph Embrace, or to Bandai Japan's. It's just that what I feel what Hasbro always does is that they always try to make it their own, which is pretty nice. obviously, like, the first fact is that it's bigger. Probably just because of what it does. Aesthetic wise, they changed the button to the cheetah, gorilla, and rabbit icon or logo, but it still keeps the hollow foil effect, which I think is pretty neat. This was here before on the Morphin brace, but now it's an actual button, and now it's like obvious. So I think the shade of blue is different. And then obviously the GB button's gone because this is where you enter the MorphX keys. Speaking of the button, obviously this now pulls up the shades. Or the visor, I meant. It's less opaque, or it's more opaque than the original one, because obviously, like, as you can see, but it's obviously it doesn't slowly open up, but it's since we have this off, I think the only missing paint they have is there's no blue here, and the black is gone on this side, but other than that, it's pretty accurate. Speaking of attaching this back, there's clips on here. You just clip them to here, and that's pretty much it. And it actually does lock on. It's just that it does it so, like, forcefully, not forcefully, but the way they open up, the way it opens up is pretty quick, so you don't have, it's not like the original one where it got stuck here and then you have to, like, straighten it. So, and also for some reason down here it's sticky. I thought it was like rubber, but I don't think it is. I just discovered that today. But and the dial doesn't do anything. It's not as smooth, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of just novelty. On the back of it, here are the speakers, and as you can see, here's the strap. It's a nylon strap, or nylon Velcro strap, so as you can see here, it's not the plastic one, and if I tried putting it on, I had issues of just because of how it was packaged, because it was like this, so I couldn't really put it on my arm properly, because it would just keep going under my hand. But, you know, the more I've done this, the more it actually cooperates. So then after you just loop this into the loop and Velcro it in, here it is on my wrist. Yeah, you can tell it's pretty gigantic, but it's not as bad. It's just that it still hurts. Like, I don't even know how loose I'm supposed to make it, or if I'm supposed to make it really loose, because I don't want to have it loose just because of the motion sensor, but I don't know, like, it hurts, like, after, like, 10 minutes, so, because, like, I was gonna say I didn't like this change at first, because I preferred the plastic ones, but then again, I wore my Tokyo changer for a video project, and I'm kind of grateful for this now, so, yeah. I'm going to do a quick comparison to Hasbro's previous watch, the Yokai Watch Model 0, and obviously they're different, because I think they're at different price ranges, because this was, obviously this was 30, this was 20, so, quality is definitely different, I think, but I would say this is more accurate, obviously, because Hasbro owns Power Rangers, so they can do whatever they want, but, Yokai Watch was licensed to them, but, see, like, this is why I'm also kind of grateful why they didn't do plastic, because Hasbro is really weird with how they do plastic straps. It's all one piece, and it's weird. Like, this one fixes the plastic strap, because, the original Yokai Watch was too thick, so this one they fixed by making it thinner, but the issue now is that they made the speaker like on this bone, and it's still on. Gosh, it's on this, or it's on this part of your arm, so it's like muted. So I'm grateful for this. So obviously, I'd say this toy is like bigger than this thing, but both of these toys are both bigger than their original Japanese counterparts. And the weird thing too is that both of their Japanese counterparts have smoother dials, because this one isn't as smooth. And that's the same with this one. Like, what? Again, I understand Hasbro wants to make it their own, so yeah. So now with the functions of this, you got the on or off, try me, and on. Try me is just obviously for the unbox stuff.
Hey Ranger, move me around.
That's literally the only new sound you get out of this, so I'll just go on the on, just so that I can show all of the stuff without having you guys constantly hear the same phrases. As you can tell, there's no on, like there's no like recognition of it being on, unlike this toy. This toy actually doesn't now. Before, when I initially got it, if you remember, it was just random. So for this, or to have this thing technically activate, just press the button here. As you can see, there's a 3 LED light, but it's red here, green here, and no, red here, yellow here, and green here, because then and there's still the LED from here, because that's from the original one, but they added the LEDs from here, which I think looks pretty neat. So you get 4 phrases when you press the button. So
let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beasts! It's morphin' time!
So those are the 4 phrases, but then you get like, it's in a random order after that.
It's morphin' time! Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beasts!
So yeah, and obviously those are the motion sounds, because this toy is really sensitive. So you tilt it, like if you do a light attack, it will only have green LEDs. But if you do a medium attack, it'll have yellow LEDs, and then when you do a heavy attack, it will do or the red LEDs will appear, plus the visor LED. Which I feel like this kind of was unnecessary, just because of the fact this is more opaque, so you can't really see through it. But anyways, I don't know why I'm so zoomed in. So anyways, even without a Morph X key, you can morph. So to morph, you just press this red button for the visor to go up, and you just do as it says.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
It's morphin' time! And as you heard, this is the first Power Rangers toy that actually has jingles. Probably because of this toy. But, like, you know, it's just, this is still the same, but it's just really nice hearing, like, jingles out of Power Rangers, because of the fact, since I had it for so long, it's like, Power Rangers finally did it. So, but it took them for a series that didn't have like anything like musically like Courageous and Ninja. So anyways, that's it with by itself. Now if we bring in the triple Morph X key, and we're gonna go from bottom up, so we're gonna use the Red Ranger's Morph X key. So to insert it in, this track falls through this slit here, and then just make sure it aligns. signs.
Cheetah Beast Power, red!
And then you get a phrase when you insert it. Each key, technically, the majority of them have two. Some are have like some exceptions. And as you can see, the Morph X key is pretty small on this thing because this thing is gigantic, but I understand why they had to do this, because obviously the Morph X keys are like bigger than the prop because they're using the Japanese prop. Anyways, that's the turn off. That's the sleeping sound. So
Cheetah Beast Power, red!
so you get that, and then when you press it,
Let's go for a spin, Cruz!
you get the second phrase, and then
Cheetah Beast Power, red!
and then that's it. Because then after that, it will just cycle through the default phrases, which I think is pretty weird.
Rangers, it's go time! Let's go! Unleash the beasts! Cheetah Beast Power, red!
I think it just replaces the "it's morphin' time" phrase.
Let's go for a spin, Cruz! Unleash the beasts!
Yeah. So, and also when you have a Ranger Morph X key, or just any Morph X key in, it changes the motion sounds. And then the dial also technically does things. The dial doesn't do anything, but if you move it hard enough, then it will actually activate some sounds. And obviously we can morph again.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
Activate beast power! Ha! So as you just heard, you can say anything in there, so obviously, unlike when you don't have a Morph X key in, you can actually do a finisher by just like swinging it around.
Unleash the beasts!
So you get the Ranger finisher, Unleash the Beast, and it, again, the jingle is pretty cool. But even after that, if you swing it more times, you get an additional phrase.
Virus eliminated!
You get the closing phrase, which is pretty cool. And that's basically it for the key, so to remove the key, just slide it out. And then we're gonna switch to Blaze.
I'm not a real human, I'm much better.
So that's his insertion phrase.
I'm the better Red Ranger. I'm not a real human, I'm much better.
And obviously because he's a villain, he obviously instead of the pseudo Devin saying stuff, we will actually get Scrozzle or whatever.
Not today, Rangers!
See, I don't.
I'm the better Red Ranger. The Morph X is mine!
So I don't know if that's supposed to be Scrozzle or Evox. Because I haven't seen Beast Morphers either, so I don't really know. Obviously because we're villains, or we're using the villain Morph X key, the sound set changes, so. It adds like a bit like a lightsaber-esque sound. I don't know. They sound like really Star Warsy. And just because we're a villain, we can still morph.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
I don't know what to say. Beep. So yeah, you get the villain jingle, which is again pretty cool. Again, just do the same thing like what you did with the other ones.
Not today, Rangers!
Really cool the villains have jingles. I just wish it was more like sinister and like electronic-y. But anyways,
Victory is mine, Rangers!
and that's basically it. Last but not least, we get the exclusive key for this.
Defenders of the grid!
I don't... You get what the Beast Morphers are technically are, but they haven't said it.
It's morphin' time! Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Unleash the beasts! Defenders of the grid!
That's basically it. It only has one phrase. Some other keys do also. All this stuff is the same. I'm gonna morph again.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
Let's morphin. I'm not gonna bother doing the Unleash the Beast and Virus Unlimited and such, because the Ranger keys are basically the same. But yeah, that's basically it for this set. Or this set. This thing would do the shutdown thing, and I slapped my light. But anyways, my overall thoughts on the Beast-X Morpher, it's really decent. Because, whoops. Obviously because Ninja Steel was just a huge drought of the Morphers, in my opinion, just because Bandai really took a huge dive with Ninja Steel, because they were dealing with a series that had electronics as their gimmicks, and like obviously they want to be cheap, so they didn't do that. So I think that's what took away technically the fun out of the Ninja line. So technically, with Hasbro taking a series that taking a series that didn't have a gimmick and implementing a gimmick, I like it. Like obviously it's kind of just there to sell toys, but it's a neat idea. Like I have some nitpicks about it. Obviously, just the fact that when you try to insert the keys in, they get stuck a lot. Excuse me. But the keys get stuck. That's kind of my only gripe, honestly. It's just like, and also I feel like the toy is doing a bit too much. That's kind of finicky because of the fact. So this thing has a motion sensor. It has a reader, and it can do voice commands. So like, or what the box says, it says reacts to voice, sound, and motion. But I don't know, like I don't really see a lot of people complain about it, but I just think it kind of hurt this part because of the fact that, like, you know, it has to read the keys and such, but it's just like, it's not great at reading these, especially because of the QC issues of like morphers that are not reading the keys properly or not listening to the voice. So luckily I got like a good one, but I really feel bad for the people that were really excited for this toy and got a really faulty one. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I just think the reader for the keys could have been better. Anyways, I got it off of Amazon for like $20 because it was on sale for like 8 hours. So I was like, I have to get it at this point because I don't think my Walmart's gonna stock it. Gosh, my throat. So anyways, that's basically it for this review. Overall, I really like it. I'm looking forward to getting most of the Morph-X keys, even though I don't like the way how I have to get them. And that's another complaint, but I'm not putting it in this review. It's just me being salty, honestly, but Hasbro has a really good bright light at the end of the road, as cliched that sounds. Like, I have really high hopes for Hasbro, especially because of their Yokai Watch line. I really like. I don't know. I just kind of view the Beast Morphers toy line as a beefed up version of Yokai Watch. So, yeah, I'm really feeling optimistic about the line, and I don't really have anything else to say. So, this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.